One of the PlayStation side of console's main selling points is the exclusivity of some of the most amazing game franchises that you can only play on Sony's hardware. But in the recent years, Sony did something in favor of many gamers that probably don't even own their console by expanding the availability to play their games, releasing some of their exclusives on PC. This power play allows Sony to ease its way into the territory of the PC market that was once dominated by Microsoft. And it gets even more disrespectful when you realize that Microsoft literally owns the Windows OS, so it's a guerrilla warfare tactic on behalf of Sony to release these games. I'm sorry, I'm exaggerating it, I'm just really invested into this whole console war beef thing that's going on right now. But don't act like you aren't either, bro. Don't act like the diss tracks that Sony put out a few months ago was not top tier entertainment. But going back to Sony's PC releases, they've done the honors of dropping some of their greatest hit titles for PC players in the last 3 years. Titles such as God of War, The Last of Us, and Sackboy Adventures. Of course, these aren't day one releases with the console version. Each PC port gets released long after the initial console release, but just these good games being able to sit in a Steam library opened Sony up to a whole new audience of players. And their most recent release was set to be yet another successful title like some of their past PC ports, this game being Returnal, a sci-fi shooter with monsters that'll make your skin crawl. What is that? Returnal was initially released on April 30th of 2021 exclusively on PS5, and it was a well-received game, scoring reviews as high as a 9 out of 10. And the game itself looks beautiful. With it being built around the PS5's new cutting-edge graphics, it allowed for some of the best technology to be implemented into how the game looks. Overall, as far as the PS5 is released, not much bad can be said about the game. Which is really good when you realize that Returnal is a brand new IP with no prior franchise to piggyback off of. So when it was announced that Returnal was going to be the next title making its way over to PC, many people, including Sony, expected it to be a smash hit for the platform. But of course, we're here today because I thrive off negativity, and this thought wasn't the case for Returnal's PC release, as the game peaked at about only 7,000 players 4 days after its release. A number which isn't bad, but not exactly what Sony expected. So why is this the case? Why is a game that's had 2 years of nothing but praise not doing so well when released on a new platform? We'll find out after you hear about my Patreon. If you want to support the channel, gain access to exclusive videos that'll never go to YouTube, or be able to watch my channel videos earlier than when I usually upload them, feel free to check the link in the description below and become a Patreon member today. One thing that Sony did extremely well with this PC port is being able to transfer the same smooth gameplay and experience you got on console to the PC. I can't tell you how many times I've seen PC ports with issues that never even exist if more time was put into developing. GTA 4, I'm looking at you, bro. I'm never going to forgive you. So with the game having minimal issues, especially upon release, Sony deserves praise for that. And this also means that the reason for the low player count can't be pinpointed because of gameplay issues, since like we just said, there are none, at least widespread enough to make enough people not play. So what else could it be? Well, I'm not a genius. I'm just a dude who spends too much time at his desk, so I don't have a definitive answer, but if I were to guess, I'd say it comes down to 2 reasons that kind of coincide together. The first being that the game isn't an established IP to where everyone knows it as a household title name. Like take for example Spider-Man. Many people know this franchise and will be more eager to play it. Or God of War, a long-running franchise that is known and will have many people willing to pay a good price to experience it. Which brings me to my next point, the price. With the series not being as well known as, in my opinion, it should be with how good it is, paying $59.99 may not seem like the best investment for gamers that don't know exactly what they're getting into. At least that's my logic when it comes to games that I see on the Steam store pages that I don't know. I couldn't spend $50 on whatever game this is. I don't even know how to say that word. But I think over time, the game is going to gain traction on PC and the player count is going to rise as people money. And if you're on the ropes thinking about playing it, I say that you should if you're a fan of the genre and a good story. Because there's no doubt that Returnal is a great game. So what do you guys think about Returnal's PC release, man? If you played this game, like, feel free to leave a comment down below and share your experience so that other people can, see this video and, check it out, bro, because this is a really good game. As always, leave a like on the video, subscribe. If you're interested, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you on the next one.